to tell you guys the beginning of how this docu-series story came to be. I had been working on black and white series photos when she messaged me about her story. And when I asked her what she wanted her images to portray, she wanted them to portray to others not to give up, and the inspiration behind how she aspires to be a model and how she never let her diagnosis end her dreams. But yet no concept I made brought more to her story, or at least I felt it didn't. So me, her, and Ebony sat down, and that's how the beginning of this docu-series came to be. To tell her story and to inspire others.
Extremely willing to play with you if you will play with it.
Behind every feeling. You know, the topic today is leaders pray, and I could stand here and speak about prayer for hours, honestly, and I want to. There's just so much. I could just stand here and tell you story after story all day long of how many times I just prayed to God something so specific. And then he answers me. He does it even more specifically than I prayed it. And I don't know if you ever had those moments in life where you pray something that you go, God, I can't believe you answered me. Times where you just get the chills because you think, he heard me. He listened to me. I am telling you, there's nothing like that on earth. Man, I've had a really blessed life. Crazy things have happened. Wonderful family, but nothing compares. The greatest moments in my life have been those times when I pray something and he answers me so specific because you go, no way, I spoke to him and he answers me. Man, I hope you still get excited about prayer because this is where the stuff happens. I pray specifically for some of you today, some of you guys that are watching wherever you are. Just going, God, I want them to get it. I want them to get it because it's not something that I can make happen. It's not like I'm going to talk you into loving prayer and being consumed with.
God opens up unbelievable doors. I believe in setting myself up to be blessed, putting myself in a position where God can bless me. And this journey has been really beautiful. You know, for many people, having lupus has been very devastating, and I understand that. And initially, it was very devastating for me as well. But one day, I decided to accept that this is the new me, and I was going to make the best of it. People were going to remember me when I pass. And not that I feel like I'm going to pass anytime soon. I'm going to grow old and gray. But what I've come to realize is this journey is just not for me. It's for so many other people. So I've come to realize that this journey isn't just about me. And God knows exactly what he's doing. And having lupus helped develop my voice. It gave me purpose. And I'm living my best life. And 7 years ago, you couldn't have told me that I would grow so much, that lupus would bless me more than it has ever tried to destroy me. And I thank God that he trusted me with this gift to show the whole world that he's still in the business of healing and opening up doors.
What made you go into modeling, and how did you feel when you were diagnosed with lupus?
So growing up as a kid, teenager, I remember when I was actually in my counselor's office, and she had saw my fingers, and she told me, your fingers are really long and beautiful. You should be a model. And I just kind of blew it off. I was in the 8th grade, really didn't know anything about modeling. But as I grew up, more people would tell me, oh, you should model. And I always wanted to model. I just didn't know how to go about doing it. So when I was diagnosed with lupus in 2012, it really devastated me initially. And I felt like I'm never gonna model now. I had the opportunity and I didn't take it before I got sick. And I would think about that a lot. I would look at my face in the mirror in the bathroom. Sometimes, like during the evening, when I would just look in the mirror. I couldn't really see my spots. It was the only time that I felt like I was my old self again. It would be just enough light and enough darkness where I still look like my old self. We can still live life with joy, determination, and purpose. So I'd like to invite you all to future documentaries about my life as a model and as someone living with lupus as well as mental illness. It's a beautiful journey, very beautiful journey. And my passion is advocating for people with lupus, being the face of lupus, giving lupus a voice, giving mental illness a voice, and letting the world know that yes, things happen, we get diseases, we get ill, but we don't have to live in the pain. We can still live our life with joy and what's a good word? Joy and peace with yourself. Life is beautiful. I'll leave you with this one thing. If you have lupus or if you know someone who have lupus, encourage them. Encourage yourself to live life with purpose, determination, destinations, fulfillment, peace, did I mention joy? Love, and still live your dreams. Having lupus isn't a death sentence. It's not the end of the world. It's a new beginning. So make yours the best.